So let's do this on a Saturday night from Darwin. Parramatta and the Canberra Raiders, and Big Papa takes the first run of the night. Now Starling, they're going to do something close to the ruck. Parramatta just came to a stop, and Tarpany helps himself to the try. The Eels defence, if just for a moment, turned into statues. Hopgood, 15 from the line. Brown will run again, and Dylan Brown will score for Parramatta. Welcome back, Dylan. He started the running game again last week.
The speed and the brilliance of Dylan Brown, Newcastle's $1 million man.
Last play, Raiders. Starling for Fogarty to kick low towards the uprights, and his halves partner is there. Ethan Strange.
And the kick sits up perfectly.
Now Smith kicking from inside the 40. Got distance, got the angle, and again. Well, the Eels will want the ground inspected.
Oh, here he goes.
Weeks got away from 3. Up, beats a 4th. Offload to the 5th. To Savage. Support inside. The green machine ticking over. Young and Chris, and offload, back to Young, beautiful play, choppy close and be proud. Hudson Young scores the try for the Raiders. Hopgood, really scarred from the match tonight, through the centre, stuck the Strange, propelled off defenders, swerves away, support there on the outside, Sasaki got it away, Timoko moving beautifully, shows the speed of a Savage or Weeks. Timoko to score for Canberra. Though he's not wound up, big fella, you'd like to see him rip on the ball, Hudson Young style. Not contested by the Raiders. So Brown gives the Fox a chance. Kick and chase. The Fox is they've all overrun it. The Fox had a chance. Savage had a chance. Smith, well, he's got rid of the headgear altogether. Russell, back inside. Lane with it. Parramatta. Walker kicks for the Fox. He needs the bounce. He gets the bounce. And O'Carr scores for Parramatta. Do it. Hey, the Fox in Darwin.
Gets it onto the right foot. And the bounce was perfect for O'Carr. At full speed, sits up beautifully. And as I said, the Canberra side have come out in the second half, and they've just opened the door for Parramatta.
Certainly looks fit. Venice with the ball. Offload, Mariota. Starling, Smithies. Decided not to spread it any wider there. And then ball stripped. Walker, well, not quite under assault, but they've been absorbing a lot of pressure since half-time, and that just gives them that breathing space. 14 the difference. Marley. They are a chance here. To Marley, straight through the front door. That's been knocked down. Play on, jumper pulled. They get the try anyway.
And he's come up with a vital 4-pointer. Ball doomed to have come off Simonson. Play on, and Young swoops.
20 points is the margin. And it goes with Fogarty. On for Weeks to kick. Here comes Savage. Oh, the bounce. It got big on Savage. It just popped up.
Coming in to tackle 6.
Oh,
Shadow's Carr's actions slow up the run of Xavier Savage. In our opinion, he would have got to the ball before the Parramatta fullback and scored a try. We have a decision.
Paddy, Tarpany. He's in offloading mode now. He's well. Look at that pass! And it's a hat-trick! No, the back rowers. Nicholson scores between the two back rowers. They can't stop.
They're really well balanced, and they're a side that I think, well, here we go. This is why. Look at this.
Strange. Oh, hangs onto it. Got it away to Chris. The green machine at their best. It's a throwback to the days where Ricky was the halfback. But Parramatta are well beaten. Canberra's impressive start to 2025 continues. Win number 4 for the season.
people have to ask questions. Journos are going to ask questions, and especially when it
Yeah,
involves a high-profile player
it
like
was.
Spencer,
There was plenty of effort there,
and
especially
also
early,
a
but we
woman
just
of
sort of
the
made it too
game
easy
like
for a good
JT.
footy team tonight,
So,
and we
look,
got what we
unfortunately,
deserved
it
in
is
the end.
messy, Von. I don't see it being resolved
I'm not
anytime
lucky to start the
soon.
second
The
half.
NRL, there's been no official complaints, so the NRL is saying, okay, well, if we've got a
Yeah,
formal
I think the
complaint,
first
then we don't have anything that we can
half,
actually deal with that
we had
this
40%
point in
possession
time. But I
and
think
completed
everybody in
under
the game
70, and
would
they
like to
were
see
obviously
resolved at some
60% and
stage, 'cause you don't
completed
want to see that
95, and that sort of
vitriol
got
and
us in the
anger
end. So,
directed towards
but credit to our guys that we got ourselves in a position where it was 24-12. We had a really good yardage set, and then then we had the penalty, and then the 6 again, and then we just put ourselves under too much pressure, and it all sort of caught up with us in the end. But we're probably not quite there yet to be able to defend those big momentum shifts. But we'll get there. We're going to work hard to working towards that.
As a personal attack on him, which was not the case. A further conversation then took place with Roosters officials and Spencer outside the sheds, which is what we saw with Trent
No, I
Robertson.
wouldn't say it's about them
JT says,
aiming
"I
up.
remain available
I
if
think they're doing
Spencer
a really
or
good
the
job for us in
Roosters would
regards
like
to
to
their
discuss
work rate
the
and
matter
that type of
privately."
thing.
So it
But
kind of feels
I
like
think what I
Jonathan
said before
Thurston
with the
has put
possession,
ball back
when
into
you
the
give
Roosters'
those
court. He is available
calibre
to
of middles
resolve
like
this
Tarpon
issue.
is an
Is the
international,
next move,
Claus
does it
was an
have to come
origin
from the
player.
Roosters?
Papali, like he's a seasoned player. So when you give them that amount of possession and make it a little bit easier than what it needs to be for them, they make it pay. So but I don't think it's got anything to do with our middles aiming up. They're trying really hard.
JT's position on his suspension, and then other commentary off the back of it.
So an interesting next couple of days coming up, I would imagine. Now, another news side
I think Bailey
really
was
driving
outstanding
a lot
tonight,
of
considering he
interest.
come back
The
from
NRL
a
is
Rico
approaching a bit of a crossroads
2.5 weeks ago. So he's had a game and a half in Cup, and then got the call up this week with Zach's injury. So I thought he was outstanding tonight. So he's it's nice to have someone like that to come in for
Right off
Zach.
the back of the NRL's multicultural round, the figures came out that 45% of players in the NRL identify with Pacific heritage. So players are now feeling
I don't know if he's put on. He's leaned up a bit. I know that.
Origin, playing for the Kangaroos, or choosing to represent their culture.
I won't say what sort of shape he
family,
come back in, but he's coming off a knee recapture. But he's done a lot of hard work, and he's got himself back to where he is tonight, and he'll only improve from here on in.
So many headlines over the course of the last couple of weeks. I
might need to just go and get some clarification on what that rule is, but what did I think of it? I don't really think anything. I'm not really in that situation. We've got a few bigger problems to sort of solve before we get to how the referee went.
So when you've got two icons of the game, like Mel and sitting here, both representing Queensland and Australia, I think it's only fair that we ask you what is the best solution to scrap the whole Tier 2 scenario for
quality forward pack. You give any forward pack the amount of possession we did in the first half, probably chasing your tail. It sort of burns you out throughout the back end of the game, and when you're giving up that much possession and you're completing high and allowing them to get on the front foot, it's hard to fight back against momentum. So we just got to get back to doing what we need to do and worry about our own backyard first.
We're just going to keep on the same path we're on at the moment. Like, we're working really hard, and I think you can kind of see that. We got a result last week, and there's periods of games there where we can see that, but it's we're just not doing it for long enough and consistently enough at the moment. So, but definitely going to keep working hard to keep improving each week. Round 9 at this stage, so I don't know if it's going to be any earlier or later or whatever it is, but he's tracking really well in regards to where he's at. But round 9's the end goal, and it's kind of been set there for a little while now, so I don't think anything's changed from that.
50 points must have been pleasing, really good on the score and finish it off well.
Yeah, it was, mate. It was a very professional, disciplined display. We haven't done that for a while, put someone, put a team to the sword like that, but they could do it because they stuck. stuck to all their little processes and our plan, and it was. I was actually really impressed with our defence. And I thought the 2 tries they scored, I thought were, they were tries that could have been stopped, but and I thought our tackle technique tonight was really on. It was very good.
The Raiders, obviously, in recent years, you've grafted out wins really well and been won by 1, 2 points, lost by 2 points. But to see those points and to see that you can put teams to the sword, is that an evolution of this side that you think can take them to that next level and you can be really competitive?
Yeah, I think so, Jake. I think it's the younger blokes that we've recruited and put into certain positions have got skill and speed. Well, they lay the platform. We played a long game tonight, and it took a little while in the first half to get poke our nose through. And the middles, led by Joe, have been very consistent in their performances. It's they lay the foundation first, like we all know. It's probably as an ex-halfback and their coach, that's why I'm probably pretty lenient on the middle boys. They're I know how important they are to what their contribution gives to the back end of games, to team results.
Rather fit pass from Joe. It's just special play for a big man, isn't it?
Yep, there's only a certain amount of middles that can do that. I've been saying for a couple of years now that Joe's the best forward in the competition, and I think you see with the amount of minutes he plays and what skill level and endurance and agility he's got. I think it's people probably think I'm biased, and I am at times, but he shows it.
Obviously a little bit of a hip drop there in the end, like you're a bit how you
Yeah, it's a bit sore, but I'm sure he didn't mean malice by it. But just a bit frustrated. It was an injury I already had as well, so probably fed up a bit of my anger. But I'll be alright to play.
What's your thoughts on some of your teammates' performances like Hudson Young, Corey Horsburgh, doing everything, speaking kicks and knee goal, plus pretty confidence in place? They look really strong and fast.
Yeah, I love playing with competitors, and that's what they are. Starlo's the same. Got to give rap to Sav, the young winger. Man, he looks like he's played a couple of years of first grade, the way he runs and carries, and even his defence, and he's willing to learn. So Seb Chris has been outstanding for us. I think the whole team. When we were on, everyone across the board has been playing good, and I said it last week to the coaching staff, it's a credit to them. They've made it really clear, and we know what our roles, and when we do, we play well.
Steve, obviously, to talk about Jamal, you said to Fox in the post game that you wanted him to stay, you want to keep him on. Where's that the latest this week? Will there be more progression on that? Will we have an answer from your perspective?
Yeah, well, he's got the answer, mate. We want to sit down and renegotiate another year with him. Jake, I'm honest to the players, and sometimes that hurts me. How do I know what's going to happen in a year's time? There could be another deal that we're sitting down this time next year and doing with Jamal again. I've got to keep trying to build a football team here that can be a top 4 football team, and Jamal's a big part of that. And so is Ethan Sanders and Ethan Strange. You're allowed to have good players. You're allowed to have a couple of good players in certain positions. Other clubs have, and you look at Melbourne. They've got great depth in certain parts of their spine. And you look at Tommy Starling and you look at Jamal. They know young blokes are underneath them who are good football players coming through. And look how good Tommy Starling and Jamal Fogarty are playing. They're playing as good as they have because they know that pressure's on them. So I don't apologise for it, but we want to keep Jamal. And we'll know early this week whether there's been contract negotiations with Manly or not over the last 2 or 3 weeks, or month, which we keep hearing, where you're not allowed to actually do it. But we'll sit down with Jamal early this week and we'll tell him exactly what we've got. He was very happy in regards to what I've discussed with him early this week. So, mate, I'll know if there's been prior communication with Manly, because I know Jamal is very happy, and I want to keep Jamal here. And as I say, my plan for the future of this club has not changed with having good players in important positions. I want Jamal to bring through Ethan Sanders. You can see what we're doing with Ethan Strange. I reckon Ethan Strange's game tonight was his best game he's played for the club. It doesn't have to be the flashiest, but you have a look at his hit technique defensively. You have a look at how powerful of a runner he is. He's got a massive career ahead of him, and that's what I want to happen with Ethan Sanders. But I don't rush them. If you rush these young blokes at an early part of their career, they can go out the back door as quick as they come in, because you blokes all wrap them up. They get a lot of positive commentary. It's exactly what I've had with Xavier Savage. I didn't allow you guys to keep wrapping Xavier up because he might have had a flash piece of playing him, and I say that respectfully into the media. You've got a job to do too, but he might run 80, 90 metre try, but you don't see all the little things he does off the football that was poor. Xavier now, through patience, has been so much better in those areas. And look, and where I say sometimes being honest to players hurts me, Sando knows exactly my plan. Tommy knows exactly my plan. And we've got to have depth in those positions. If you think you can continue on when there's suspension or when there's injury, I can tell a few lies to players to try and sign them and give them 2-3 year deals, but I can't look them in the face when I'm actually there not executing what I said. But I know other coaches and other clubs do. But I'm not going to bullshit to my player. And if that means I lose him, I'd rather lose a player than tell him a lie.